Hello, guys. Here are some places that you can't visit. Number 10. North Sentinel Island. This is one of the islands in the Bay of Bengal. Small, surrounded by a coral reef, and practically entirely covered in forest. Technically, no one can forbid you from going there, but it's challenging due to its inhabitants. The island is inhabited by the Sentinelese tribe, numbering probably around 300, and they react with aggression to any contact, even humanitarian aid. The only contact that didn't result in direct aggression from the inhabitants was established in 1991, but it didn't last long. Earlier, in the 1970s, one of the directors working for National Geographic was injured while attempting to film a documentary about the island. Unfortunately, there have also been numerous confirmed cases of sailors' deaths who were forced to dock near the island due to various reasons and never returned from it. Number 9. The Bohemian Grove. This is a vast, heavily guarded estate located on a farm near San Francisco. Every year, at the end of July, meetings of the most influential and wealthy Americans from the worlds of politics, business, and the arts take place there. The so-called Bohemian Club likely has around 2,500 members, including many former presidents of the USA. Behind closed doors, many unofficial decisions are probably made there every year about the future of the United States and the entire world. Every few years, materials appear from individuals who allegedly managed to infiltrate the club's meetings. However, none of these materials have yet revealed details about the club itself or its members. Number 8. Global Seed Vault. This is a seed bank located on the island of Spitsbergen off the coast of Norway. It was established with the aim of storing edible plant seeds from around the world in case of a global ecological catastrophe. It likely holds nearly 1 million seeds in its reserves. The entire facility is placed in what is called the permafrost, an area where the temperature does not exceed 0 degrees Celsius throughout the year, thus allowing the seeds to remain frozen without the need for electricity. The bank is guarded by advanced alarm systems, and only a handful of employees have access to its interior. Number 7. Ark of the Covenant Chapel. This is essentially the Church of Our Lady Mary of Zion, located in the town of Aksum in Ethiopia. It is a temple probably built on the site of the oldest church in Africa, where allegedly the tablets of the 10 Commandments and the Ark of the Covenant are housed. Only one monk has the right to enter the temple, entrusted with lifelong care of the chapel. He himself admits to being 100% certain that what is inside is indeed the Ark of the Covenant, because it fully matches its biblical description and, moreover, emits an incredibly bright light. Number 6. White's Gentlemen's Club. This is a club founded in 1693 in London, currently operating in a building on St. James Street. The club functions as a sort of association bringing together the most influential and wealthy Englishmen. Among the members are, for example, King Charles and his son Prince William. Currently, the club only admits men, and probably the only woman who has seen it from the inside, besides the female staff working there, was Queen Elizabeth II. Membership in the club costs nearly $100,000 annually, but having the money is not enough to become a member of White's Gentlemen's Club. Accreditation from other members is also necessary. Number 5. Niihau, also known as the Forbidden Island. This is the smallest of the inhabited Hawaiian Islands, mostly flat and barren, yet inhabited by Hawaiians who are completely self-sufficient. Currently, the island is home to about 230 people who preserve Hawaiian traditions and culture and communicate in the Hawaiian language. The residents do not have access to amenities such as electricity, running water, or shops. Everything is done in a traditional way, as it was among the indigenous inhabitants of the entire Hawaiian archipelago. The island is now privately owned, and outsiders are not allowed entry. Number 4. Vale do Javari. This is a reserve in Brazil near the border with Peru, occupying an area similar in size to Portugal. Entry to the reserve is prohibited, and the indigenous Indian tribes living within its boundaries are guaranteed complete independence by the Brazilian government. Within the reserve, government-appointed services conduct research on the number of tribes and their population. However, to minimize interference with the lives of the inhabitants, the research is conducted almost exclusively through aerial observations. It is estimated that up to 2,000 Indians may live in these pristine areas, where time seems to have stood still for hundreds of years, and the progress of civilization seems to have entirely forgotten them. Number 3. Bank of England's underground vault. In the depths of the headquarters of the Bank of England in London lies a vault, supposedly requiring a key so complex that it needs to be almost a meter long to open. Additionally, entry is guarded by an advanced alarm system requiring a cipher known only to a few people in the world. What could be housed in such a vault? The answer is simple. The entire English gold reserves accumulated by the state over hundreds of years, totaling around 4,600 tons of pure metal, with a market value of over £150 billion. Only security and a few bank employees have access to the vault. The only person who has been in this place and was not part of the security or personnel was Queen Elizabeth II. Number 2. Google Data Center. There are companies on the internet that need to protect their assets. For Google, those assets are data. It's no wonder that the server rooms of this corporation are among the most heavily guarded places on the planet. High fences, thick walls, electromagnetic gates, and reportedly even iris scanners. Such security measures are invested in by one of the largest IT companies in the world. Few people realize it, but services like the Google search engine or YouTube, which is owned by Google, are just strings of zeros and ones stored on thousands of hard drives, arranged in massive racks located in rooms so large that employees move around them on scooters. Number 1. Snake Island. This is a small island off the coast of Brazil, known primarily for one thing: its immense snake population. Some studies suggest that on this island, there are on average from 1 to 5 snakes per square meter. The island is inhabited by venomous snakes of the Bothrops insularis species. For this reason, the Brazilian authorities have issued a ban on visiting the island without a special permit. Besides snakes, the island is home only to birds. All mammals that once lived there likely became extinct thousands of years ago because they couldn't reproduce quickly enough to survive and were literally wiped out by reptiles. Some sources suggest that the island may be home to over 2 million snakes.